Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we got a classic for you guys, and it is me who will defeat each champion, AEW edition. Obviously the last time we did this for AEW, I think it was quite a while ago. Obviously a lot of titles have changed. The landscape for a lot of these title pictures are kind of being set now. A lot of them have been set now going into All In season. So yeah, we have a lot of champions here, so let's get into it, kicking off with the trios champions. Obviously right now we have the conglomeration as your trios champions, but for who we will go to dethrone them will be the Bang Bang Gang, with a combination of Ace Austin and the Guns. They have been in AEW for a little while now as a faction, and we haven't really seen too much of them as a group, especially successful defenses of this group. So yeah, I think you could obviously see Juice Robinson get involved instead of Ace Austin and let Ace Austin be a more single star. But I think Ace Austin and the Guns going after it would be pretty fun. Ace Austin, somebody who I think has a lot of potential in AEW, could become a guy who could be a world champion someday. Obviously, right now it doesn't look like it, but I think starting the trios division, getting some real momentum in there, could really shake things up.
Yeah, we got to see Ace Austin in ring and TNA in person a few years ago when we were going to some TNA shows, and it was a very good match. He was teaming up with the Hardys, and they really impressed us. He was kind of the standout of that show. And when he went to AEW, it kind of felt like, oh, that's a big pickup for them. Maybe he could be something like a big player for them, but they haven't really used him to the full extent. So maybe this is something to kind of break him in to that AEW roster and to that AEW crowd, so they have more opportunities to use them later. Because ever since Jay White been gone, it does seem like this group has kind of just been gone. Everyone has kind of been injured at some point in time. Obviously, Jay White get injured. We've seen Juice Robinson get injured. And we also seen one of the Guns get injured as well. So a lot of people have been injured. So hopefully they can all stay healthy, be together, come together, and win these trio titles.
Next up, we're going to go to the AEW Women's Tag Team Champions, one of our newer championships that got added. And currently we have Megan Bayne and Lena Cross as our tag team champions, a very dominant tag team who could go on to just end up releasing these tag team champions just because there won't be anybody to beat them. But the people we will go with is the Brawling Birds, Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor. It is probably the team with the most potential to beat them just because how strong they are as a unit. We haven't still seen them too much in the tag team division. They have begun to doing their own things, but just as a collection. So I do think there's potential for them to go down there and take them down. But yeah, Megan Bayne and Lena Cross have been on a great run. So yeah, who knows how much or what it will take to dethrone them.
You definitely don't want just any team coming in and taking down Megan Bayne and Lena Cross. Megan Bayne is definitely someone special. She's definitely world title material. And with all the people being out that is out right now, all the top women in AEW are kind of injured or just away for whatever reason. So it'd be nice to see someone like a Megan Bayne be that person to step up and kind of take over the women's division and be that face of AEW in this time while they can. Because this is kind of a moment to let someone shine. And I feel like AEW should definitely do that with someone like Megan Bayne. So it would suck to see her lose, but at the same time, putting it on the Brawling Birds would be amazing for them because they've been doing a lot of amazing work, and I would like to see more Alex Windsor on my TV.
Let's stay in the tag team division, but going over to the men's side, our current tag team champions are recently won by Cope and Cage. Now, obviously, we don't really know where they're going to go. We've seen the Dogs attack them this past Wednesday, so that could be your next tag team champions, but the team we will go with is a team that I think left a mark at the start of the year, but unfortunately, due to injuries, we've seen them kind of die down, but recently returning Jake Doyle has returned now, so I do think him and Davis get that tag team back going. It's a great tag team, both guys who I think are really believable as just big, heavy guys who are just going to hit you hard as hell. So yeah, they have a great chemistry together, and I think seeing them more going at some of the better tag teams like the Young Bucks, like FTR, like Cope and Cage, they can really bring out some great matches and really make a name for himself.
Yeah, Jake Doyle had that bicep injury at probably the worst possible time. It did seem like him and Mark Davis were on to something at the time, and people were getting behind him, and they were having good matches. But unfortunately, things went that way. But hopefully he could come back, get this big win, and be the new AEW Tag Team Champions at some point. I do expect Adam Copeland and Christian to kind of hold those titles for a while, but someone like these guys should be the ones to take them out.
Now let's go to our actual newest champion, the national champion, currently held by Mark Davis. Obviously, we do think he won't be a double champion, but I think a good guy to take on the national champion, maybe actually live up to what it was supposed to be, the title that was defended across multiple promotions. I think Tommaso Ciampa fits that perfectly. He's somebody that has made a lot of noise since debuting in AEW. He's somebody who has been consistently great in the company when he does get time. So I think him winning this national champion could really help him a lot. He's somebody who's going to be able to have great matches pretty much anytime. So yeah, I think he's a great fit for this title.
Yeah, I feel like he could be someone who goes to CMLL and defends it, could potentially go to MLW or any of these other promotions, be the one to defend that title, put on really good matches to kind of represent AEW in a positive light in other promotions. But I think that would be a good champion. So definitely Tommaso Ciampa for national champion would be a very good choice.
From the national champion to the international champion, currently held again recently won by Konosuke Takeshita. I think a guy who can really push him to his limit as a champion is going to be Swerve Strickland. Now we know we have his sights set on that world champion, but I don't think he'll get it anytime soon, or at least this year, I should say. I think there's a lot of guys who are probably going to be in line next for that world title. So unfortunately for Swerve, he won't be able to get that world title just yet. But a banger match with Takeshita would be amazing, and yeah, have him win a belt that he hasn't won yet to add to obviously his decorated career in AEW so far.
Yeah, it does just seem like Swerve Strickland should be in that world title picture, but it's very, very busy at the moment. There's big names around and kind of circling that picture. There's names like Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega. We'll talk about a lot of those people later. But for right now, Swerve Strickland for this international champion to be that person to kind of take down Takeshita without kind of hurting his reputation of having someone else lose to him. I don't think he's someone who should lose to like a younger talent to put him over or anything like that. I think you just kind of give him a big banger match on his way out. And someone like Swerve Strickland could be that person to put on like a 5-star classic match, because I would love to see that.
Next up, we got the Continental Championship, currently held by Jon Moxley. Now, obviously, Moxley is somebody who doesn't get beat too often, and when it does, it's going to be done in a big way versus somebody who's also very big, or somebody that AEW has high hopes for. And a man that I think is very believable that we haven't seen cross paths with Moxley too much is going to be Brody King. He's somebody who, in the Continental Classic, I'm pretty sure every year. So, yeah, I think Brody King is somebody who can believably beat Moxley while also going on to hold a good, have multiple good matches with the Continental Champion, going to defend it in the tournament. I think it works out for Brody King as well. He's somebody who I do have high hopes for. I wish he could be in that world champion picture, but obviously not everybody can be in that stacked division already. So yeah, I think Brody King going against Jon Moxley would be an amazing match. And yeah, it would be hard to see Moxley try to choke him out.
Yeah, Brody King is someone who could match the violence of Jon Moxley at any time. He's one of those big people who could take those big bumps, and he's also big enough to give them back to Moxley as well. Obviously, you know, he has people surrounding him like the Death Riders and stuff, but I do think there's enough people backstage who would help out Brody King in the knees, such as a Bandito and people like that. So yeah, I think Brody King for Continental Champion would be the perfect answer.
Next up, we got the TNT Championship, currently held by Kevin Knight, one of the hottest names in AEW right now, or even pro wrestling right now, I would say. And obviously, it's going to take a lot for him to lose that TNT title. We've seen what Kyle Fletcher did with that TNT title. I expect the same from Kevin Knight. So it's going to take somebody big, and it's somebody who I think who can win the TNT title and make it better. And I think that's going to be somebody like Kenny Omega. He's somebody who hasn't won that championship yet. It would make him a Triple Crown championship in AEW, which we only have two so far, or only have one so far, and that being Darby Allin, who just did it this year. So maybe Kenny isn't the right option because they maybe won't want to have two people who do it in the same year. But I think Kenny versus Kevin Knight is an amazing match to happen. Plus, I think getting Kenny another title that's not the World Championship, it would be a good route because Kenny is somebody we all want to see on TV every week. And if he has that TNT title, we're going to have to see him a lot more on TV.
Yeah, I think that would be an amazing option. I don't want to see Kevin Knight lose the title in a very long time, so I think this could happen like a little bit later. If it happens at all, I don't think that's a big enough moment. I think that would be fine, but I do think it'd be cool if he did retain and have a big match at All In where he retained and had that big moment celebrating with the title. And Kenny Omega maybe could beat him at the pay-per-view after or something like that. But I do hope Kevin Knight has a good run, but Kenny Omega does seem like he should be holding gold. It's been a while, and it does seem like it's time now.
From TNT to TBS, we currently have no one as our TBS champion. Unfortunately, Willow had to relinquish the championship. We don't know what will happen next with the title, so it's kind of open up to whoever in the women's division right now. To re-kick off some momentum for this title is going to be Megan Bain. She's somebody who, obviously, as we talked about earlier, is your women's tag team championship, and I think she can go on to hold both titles for a little while until she ends up losing those tag team champions. But her with a TBS champion, I think would look amazing on her. Any gold on her, I think would be great, but a TBS title to start off wouldn't be so bad. But yeah, I think Megan could go on to have some great matches and really kind of build her name and become one of the bigger names in the AEW women's division.
Yeah, you could definitely have Megan Bayne win that TBS title and then Penelope Ford come back. Maybe she passes that tag team title over to her and Penelope Ford and Linda Cross take over that tag team division. Because I do like them as tag team champions. I like her holding a lot of gold as well. So I think if she did hold 2 titles, that would be amazing until Penelope did come back. But oh yeah, hopefully she does come back and they can still continue to hold those titles. But her with the TBS title would be an amazing thing. And obviously that would leave her one step closer to that world title, which is what we ultimately would like to see.
For our last 2 championships, it's obviously going to be our world champions. We're going to start it off with the women's world champion. Obviously, we have our Owen Hart women's tournament going on right now, and it looks like we don't know obviously who's going to be the finals just yet, but the person we'll go with is going to be Athena, who we both believe will be the eventual winner of the Owen Hart. And I think it all just makes sense. There's not really a big name to kind of carry the weight of the women's division right now. Athena is somebody who does have quite a bit of a name for herself and is just really talented and somebody who deserves a lot more time on TV. And I think she fits all the criteria you want for a world championship or for a world champion. So yeah, her going, winning the Owen, winning the world title at All In, I think would be a great story for her.
Yeah, it's long overdue for her to hold some real gold in AEW and have big moments on AEW television, not in Ring of Honor and winning titles there. That's always good, and I appreciate Ring of Honor for having all those amazing matches with all those amazing people. But this is the big leagues when you come over to AEW, when you go to WWE, and her being on that AEW roster definitely should be utilized in that world title fashion because she is one of the best wrestlers in the world. People might not put her up there because we don't really see it enough on big time television spots, but whenever you really watch her matches, she is one of the best women wrestlers in the world, and it would be amazing to see her hold that world title. And then obviously that will eventually set up a match with her and Mercedes, which will be a great match. We've seen that in the past, and that was amazing. So hopefully under the lights of a world championship match on a bigger stage, I think they could put on an even better match in the future.
And last but not least, we have our men's world champion, currently held by MJF. Again, a recently won champions, but it could be quite a while we'll see him go on to lose this belt. But like I said, for the women's, we have the men's Owen Hart tournament going, and I think we both think that Ospreay will be the man walking out of it. But will he go on to win at All In to win the world champion? We do believe that will be the case. Ospreay will be the next world champion. It feels like everything's just lining up. It feels like every year that All In has been in London, it just feels like it's going to be the time for Ospreay to have his big moment. And I think this year is the right call. I think MJF has done a good job with the title. I don't think there's any reason to take it off him besides Ospreay finally having his big moment at home. It all adds up for once. And yeah, I think this year is the year.
Yeah, well, Ospreay has been in AEW for a while, and he hasn't really held gold. He held the international title for a little while, but at the time that title really didn't mean a whole lot, if we're being honest. It's just kind of getting developed at the time, but now it kind of does have a name behind it. Him winning that world title is the biggest moment, the moment people have been waiting for. He's one of the best wrestlers in the world, the best wrestler in the company, potentially the most over person in the company. So it is just kind of fitting and right that Will Ospreay wins the world title when he's going through this Owen Hart Cup tournament to get there. So we're able to see all these amazing matches, and obviously at the end we'll see the Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay match potentially, which I mean, you can't really ask for more than that. On the build to All In last year, we were seeing them team together, so it'd be kind of cool and kind of storytelling to see them face off against each other this year on the road to All In.
That is all of our AEW champions. Let us know who you guys think will be the next champion for each champion. Will Ospreay be the man to dethrone MJF? Will Darby Allin be in that mix to get it back? Will Kenny Omega try to make a run at it one more time? Who knows what each title will go? But yeah, obviously AEW's on a hot streak following Double or Nothing, so let us know down in the comments below what other type of AEW content you want to see from us. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.